The Royal Rumble was a fantastic show, top to bottom. In light of the tragic news of Kobe, um, it was pretty good. The show was pretty good. And let's go over it. I got every match correct except two, which were the Rumble matches. Yeah. The pre-show was filled with Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus and Chad Gable. Excuse me. Sheamus won this match. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the pre-show. I'm still dealing with, but at that time I was really dealing with, the passing with Kobe. So I didn't, to be honest, I didn't even really want to watch this show, but I forced myself, and yeah. The pre-show, Sheamus defeated Shorty G, Chad Gable, as I said, and Andrade defeated and retained his championship against Humberto Carrillo, as I said. The main show started with a big one, Roman Reigns, the big dog, versus King Corbin in the Falls Count Anywhere match. I thought this match was good for what it was. It was pretty predictable. Like I said, Roman's going to win this match. Moving forward to, Mania season. They were out all about, within the crowd, and they was even at the dugout. And that's where the finish happened. Where, they was in the Houston Astros' stadium with, baseball. And, as you could have predicted, the Usos and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode interfere on Roman's and King Corbin's behalf. And that was that. And Roman won this match with a Superman punch, then a spear on King Corbin, like I said, by the dugout. Like I said, it was okay match. It was a solid match, and yeah. After this, it was Kevin Owens and Joe had a backstage segment. Kevin Owens and Joe was pretty much saying that their goal was to eliminate Rollins, and but then Joe slickly said that he's going to win the Rumble, and we'll see who the better man is once they solidify that mission in eliminating Rollins. After this, Caleb Braxton interviewed Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville, and pretty much saying, and they was pretty much saying, Sonya was pretty much saying that no matter what happens, she has Mandy back. She has Mandy's back, and she would never eliminate her in the match if it comes down to those two. And after this, WWE honors Kobe Bryant's life, rightfully so. I was hoping they would do it, and they did. So thank God they did that. And after this, they moved on to the Women's Royal Rumble match. The Women's Royal Rumble match. It was good. Wasn't great. So I'm gonna go down all 30 members of the participants and tell you little details. So Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair started this match off. Bliss was number 1. NXT's Bianca Belair started at number 2. Number 3 was mighty Molly Holly, the legend. Nikki Cross, Lana. Number 6, Mercedes Martinez. 7, Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan made the first elimination of the night when she eliminated Lana. Then Lana eliminated Liv, and they just started brawling until referees got in their way. So they're continuing that feud. And number 8 was Mandy Rose. 9, NXT's Candice LeRae. 10, Sonya Deville. 11, Kairi Sane. 12, Mia Yim. 13, Dana Brooke. 14, Tamina. It was so good seeing Tamina, but once again, gets treated like absolute trash. Trash. The daughter of the legendary Jimmy Superfly Snuka gets treated like trash. Absolute trash. I forgot who eliminated her, but just she didn't even do it. She super kicked everybody that was in the ring. Then all of a sudden, oh, she eliminated. Trash. Number 15 was NXT's Dakota Kai. 16, Chelsea Green. 17, Charlotte Flair. 18, the returning Naomi. Naomi returned last night. It was so good seeing her. Then 19, following Naomi, was the return of Beth Phoenix, the legend. 20, Toni Storm. 21, Kelly. 22, Sarah Logan. 23, Natalya. 24, Xia Li, NXT Xia Li. 25, Zelina Vega. Number 26, was Shotzi Blackheart, NXT Shotzi Blackheart. 27, Carmella. 28, Tegan Nox. 29, Santina Marella. Wow. Number 30 was Shayna Baszler. Just a slap in the face. An absolute slap in the face that Sasha Banks wasn't in this match at all. I can name a handful, maybe not even a handful, but at least 3 spots in here that Banks could have just been in here. She could have been in here for Blackheart. She could have been in here for Satina, obviously. She could have been in here for, Molly Holly. It was good to see her, but come on, man. Yeah. Just wow. The last 4 competitors in the match was Charlotte, Baszler, Natty, and Beth. Natty got eliminated by her friend Beth, and within the previous Rumble, Natty eliminated Beth, so she was getting that little payback from last year. Then I think Baszler eliminated Beth afterwards. And Charlotte then eliminates Baszler to win. Charlotte won the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble 2020. I love me some Charlotte, but why? You know what I'm saying? Like, they forced her into, the thing in the bout between Becky and Ronda last year. Everybody wanted them two. Now she's gonna headline another WrestleMania against possibly I had Shayna or Sasha winning this match, and Sasha wasn't even in this. At least my pick was the last 2. You know what I'm saying? But really, wow. Charlotte wins the Women's Royal Rumble. After this, Kayla Braxton interviewed Corbin, and Corbin was pretty much saying that, the match earlier was a fluke, and he's gonna get his revenge by eliminating Roman in the Royal Rumble match, in the Men's Royal Rumble. That's what you pretty much say it right there. After this was the SmackDown Women's Championship match between champion Bayley versus Lacey Evans. It was a good match for what it was. Lacey's husband and daughter was ringside. And Sasha wasn't even in the corner of Bayley. She didn't even come out there. She wasn't even in the Rumble match. And she wasn't even in the corner for Bayley. Just wasn't on the show at all. Wow. This match was solid. It was okay. It was good. It could have been better, honestly. But Bayley retained her women's championship by Evans. Now that I think about it, she didn't even attempt the women's right in this match. Just wow. She didn't even go for it. Even if she did, wow. Yeah. So Lacey went up for her patent moonsault. She missed it. I think Bayley put her knees up when she was trying to go for it. And Bayley pinned her and 1, 2, 3. No Bayley to belly, nothing. She just reversed it and got the pinfall. Yeah. It was good for what it was. So after this was the strap match. Daniel Bryan going against the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This match was brutal, really brutal. Both guys was hitting each other with the strap plenty of times, especially on Fiend on DB. You could just see the whips on Bryan's back, his shoulders, his chest as well. It was plenty of times in this match where you really thought DB was really going to win this match and win the title. But as I said, Fiend was going to retain. I don't see Fiend losing this title until Mania, possibly. DB fought, man. DB really fought for this, but the Fiend prevailed with the claw. He had the Mammoth Claw on for a while, then he just pinned him 1, 2, 3 while in the claw. You know what I'm saying? Great match, good match. And DB fought hard. Now it's questions like, what's next for DB? What's next for Daniel Bryan? What is his plans next? As far as Mania's coming up. So what's going on? But the Fiend does retain, and we'll see what's next for the Fiend. After this was the highly anticipated Becky Lynch versus Asuka Raw Women's Championship match. Really good match. Solid. Becky Lynch does get her revenge and defeats Asuka by tapping her out with the disarm her. And what a way to defeat her, because just last Royal Rumble in 2019, Asuka made Becky tap. You know what I'm saying? So what a way to not only get her revenge, but get her revenge in the exact same way that Asuka got her last year. So Becky retained, as I said. Once again, similar to Daniel, what's next for Asuka? Obviously she's still a champion. She's a Raw. She's one half of the Raw. Not Raw, but just women's tag team championships with Kairi Sane. So she can just still move forward with that. But the same question can be asked with Becky. She was jarring herself crazy with this match. Asuka. Now that she's defeated Asuka, what's next? Is she going to go up against Charlotte for the 1,000th time? 10,000 time, 100,000 time, 1,000,000 time? Or what's up? Like, what's going on here? But we shall see tonight on Monday Night Raw. After this, the Street Profits, doing their, normal shtick, hyping up stuff. They were pretty much hyping up the men's Royal Rumble match. Like, who's going to win? Is it going to be Joe? Is it going to be Shinsuke? KO? Rollins maybe. And that was pretty much that. And then that morphed into the main event, which was the men's Royal Rumble. The first half of this entire match disgusted me. Absolutely disgusted me. As, publicized, Brock Lesnar was going to go number one. He's the current WWE champion. And he said he was going to go number one and defeat everybody. Well, he didn't say it. Paul had said it. Because, he doesn't talk. Brock Lesnar doesn't talk. So Paul says that Brock is going to win the Rumble because he feels like nobody on the roster is worthy to face. Nobody's worth Brock's time. Just not giving, anybody on the, roster any shine. Yeah. Typical Brock and Paul. So Brock Lesnar starts this match off with number one. The number two was Elias. Elias started this match off, and he was doing his normal guitar shtick, singing songs, and Brock just rushed him, threw him in the ring, and threw him out. Simple. Then all of a sudden, it was Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan go in, thrown out. Number four, Robert Roode, a former United States champion, a former NXT world champion. Robert Roode goes in, thrown out. Number five, John Morrison, the returning John Morrison, thrown out like trash. Number six, the man that Brock Lesnar defeated within 7-8 seconds, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston. They was battling out for a while. Then number 7 comes out. Rey Mysterio. Brock and Rey had some history earlier. What was it? Survivor Series? Brock putting his hands on Dom. So they had some history. Kofi and Rey was beating them down a little bit. Then number 8, Big E. Big E comes in, and he gathered the troops. He gathered Kofi, his fellow New Day member, brother Kofi and Rey. He's like, yo, let's pound this guy, and they was doing work. Then all of a sudden break, Brock eliminates Rey. Then eliminates, Big E. Then eliminates Kofi. The current SmackDown Tag Team Champions jobbed to Brock. A future WWE Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio, jobbed to Brock. Nine comes out. Cesaro, the Swiss Superman. Cesaro comes in. Just when you think, it's going to be a little competition now. Cesaro, thrown out. Shelton Benjamin comes out. Number 10. And, Brock and Shelton have a little history. Because, Brock and Shelton went to the same college. They was college roommates. They was on the same college, wrestling team. So just when you think they was going to partner up, they was hugging and stuff, and made it seem like they was gonna partner up and eliminate these guys in whatever. And Brock suplexes Shelton, throws him out. Jobbed. Number 11 comes out. The Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, the current Intercontinental Champion. Shinsuke Nakamura, NXT Champion, former NXT Champion, former US Champion, thrown out like trash. Number 2, MVP, the returning MVP, Mattel Vitarius Porter, returns to do what? Get thrown out like trash. 13 comes out. Keith Lee, one of my picks to win the Royal Rumble match on the NXT side. Keith Lee comes out and has this amazing stare down on Brock. And they was fighting. Then next thing you know, 14 comes out. Braun Strowman comes out. And they was battling. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, guess what? Brock eliminates both of them. Brock eliminates both. Like trash. Complete trash. 15, Ricochet. And they was battling. Then number 16 comes out. Drew McIntyre comes in, and Brock and Drew have a stare down. And they was battling. And just when you thought Brock had the edge, Ricochet low blows Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre claymores Brock and eliminates him. Drew McIntyre. I'm officially a fan. of Drew McIntyre. Officially. I wasn't a fan at first. He was okay. He was solid. I was judging him based off of what he's done in the past. You know, losing to Roman at Mania. Dolph Ziggler carrying him in tag team matches. Being Shane McMahon's lackey. Losing to Ricochet. Beating up Dean Ambrose only because Dean Ambrose was leaving. You know? I'm a fan of Drew now. Officially. He eliminates Brock Lesnar. And then number 17 comes out. The Miz. Claymore's The Miz. Drew McIntyre eliminates The Miz. Then 18 comes out. And I think Drew McIntyre eliminated Ricochet before then. Or afterwards. So it was just him in the ring. Then 18, AJ Styles. AJ Styles' first Rumble match since returning. He returned in 2016's Rumble. And he was never in the Rumble match again. You know, because he was always either the champion or contending for a championship during that time of the Rumble season. So this was his first one since, since debuting. In the Rumble. And he had a good showing. 19 comes out. Dolph Ziggler. 20. Carl Anderson. Why Carl Anderson was in this match? Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows was in this match. Why? Whatever. 20 comes out. Carl Anderson. 21. Oh my God. 21. The return of the rated R superstar Edge comes out. Wow. And the reception. Wow. Wow. Edge returns. To an amazing reception. 22, King Corbin. 23, NXT's Matt Riddle. 24, Luke Gallows. 25, Randy Orton. 26, the Big Dog, Roman Reigns. 27, Kevin Owens. 28, Aleister Black. 29, Samoa Joe. And 30 was the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, alongside Buddy and the AOP. I believe the last 5 members of this match was Rollins, Edge, Orton, Drew, and Joe. No, wait. And Drew. Yeah, Drew. Drew, Rollins, Edge, Orton, and Rollins. Right? Roman, Rollins, Edge, Orton, Rollins. Yes, I got it right. What? It was something to that effect. Anyway. And Drew, yeah. Drew, Roman, Seth, Edge, Orton. Got it. Yeah. So, Rollins gets eliminated by, I think, Orton. Everybody did that finisher on him. Because, like I said, Buddy and the AOP was on the side, was on the apron, was, on by, Rollins' side. And, Aleister was trying to do his move on Rollins, and Buddy interfered. Buddy and Aleister had, a past. So, Aleister was trying to move off the top rope or something like that. And, he was trying to do a springboard, and Buddy, tripped him or something, and Rollins did, stomp and eliminated Aleister Black because of Buddy. Then Joe gets eliminated by Rollins, I believe, and Kevin Owens gets eliminated by Rollins. And Rollins, Kevin Owens and Joe's goal was to eliminate Rollins, but due to the fact he was still in the match, they just fought off Buddy, and Aleister fought off Buddy, and Joe and KO was fighting off AOP. So Rollins was by himself. Then Claymore, before that it was the Superman punch, because Rollins was trying to get Reigns on his side, the Shield days, but Roman Superman punched him, and then Claymore, and then I think Randy eliminated him. So the last 4 members of this match was Orton, Edge, Drew, and Roman. And there was like a little Rated R AKO reunion there with Edge and Randy, just like old times, and Orton was on Roman and Edge was on Drew, so they was fighting off. And you can never trust a snake like Randy, just when you thought he was going to RKO Randy, Edge from behind out of nowhere, Edge caught him. So, Randy was like, I'm just playing, whatever. Then Edge went behind Randy's back and eliminated him. So it was just Edge or, Reigns and Drew. And Reigns and Edge had their little thing going on. And then Roman eliminated Edge. So the last 2 members of this match was Drew and Roman. for the past, 3-4 years, Roman's either in the last three members of the two. Last year, I don't think he was in the match last year, was he? Last two was Rollins and Braun last year. The year before that, it was Shinsuke and Roman. The year before that, was it 2017? Randy Orton eliminated Roman. Orton eliminated Randy. Randy eliminated Roman. Year before that, it was, Roman was in the last three. It was, he was putting his title on the line, and I think it was in Orlando. And Reigns was putting his title on the line in the Roman match, similar to Brock. Not Brock, but, something to that effect. And Roman got eliminated by Triple H. And the last two members was, Dean and Triple H. But Roman was in the top three. He was in the last three. For the past 4 years, he's been in the last 4, 3, or 2. Jeez. Similar to, Charlotte. The Women's Rumble, started, just 2 years ago. But within the last 2-3 years, she either won or was in the last 2 or 3. She wasn't the champion. She was the champion on the first one, but the last year, she was in the last 2, and she won this year. Becky Lynch eliminated last year. Now she won it this year by eliminating Shayna Baszler. Jeez. Just shoving them down our throat. Anyway, I love them though, but come on. But the last 2 was Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. And Roman was trying to eliminate Drew. Drew countered. And Roman was trying to do a spear. Then all of a sudden, Claymore. The Claymore. Drew McIntyre eliminates Drew McIntyre eliminates Roman. And Drew McIntyre wins the Men's Royal Rumble. Oh my God, I'm a fan. I am a fan. Drew McIntyre wins the Men's Royal Rumble. I had Kevin Owens, Keith Lee, or Roman win this. Both Rumble matches, Royal Rumble matches, the picks that I had was the last 2 members. I had Roman winning this. Or Keith Lee or Kevin Owens. I had Baszler or Banks winning the women's. The 2 people that I had winning was the last 2, but gets eliminated. I have no luck. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Drew McIntyre wins the Royal Rumble. Looks like it's going to be him and Brock at Mania. Oh my God. I'm hyped. I was hyped. I was just hyped the fact that he eliminated Brock. You should know by my you can tell by my video I had on Brock Lesnar. I don't like Brock Lesnar as a character. I do not like him. So, Drew McIntyre, man, I am a fan. I am a fan. Officially, you're not in my top 5, but you're in my top 10 of now on. Thank you for eliminating Brock, and I hope you beat him at Mania, man. You know what I'm saying? This match was this whole Rumble match was okay. It was solid. I didn't like the first half of it. Brock, squashing everybody. But towards the end, I loved it. The return of Edge, and he was having face-to-face showdowns with AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton even, Rollins, Owens. So it will be interesting to see what he does. Further down the line, Mania's coming up, so we shall see what happens there. But this whole pay-per-view was solid. Like I said, I got every match right except for the Rumble matches. I had Sasha Banks and Shayna Baszler winning, but Charlotte won. And Drew McIntyre won the men's. I had Keith Lee, Roman Reigns, or Kevin Owens winning. But I'm not mad at all, upset by Drew winning. He eliminated Brock Lesnar, so that's good for me. I'm officially a fan of Drew McIntyre, and we'll see what happens tonight on Monday Night Raw. As far as his decision, more than likely it's going to be Brock and him. I don't see him trying to face the Fiend, but I'm excited. The road to WrestleMania started last night, and I'm hyped. Becky Lynch, we'll see what happens to Becky Lynch as far as her WrestleMania match. She is the current Raw Women's Champion, the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion. And we shall see, man. Until my Monday Night Raw review video. Yes, sir.